All right, brothers and sisters, here we are. Here it is. Black Wealth Empowerment Live, broadcast 108. 108, brothers and sisters, congratulations. You're here. We're here for this historical, epic broadcast of 108 here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. My name is Daryl Muhammad, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. Houston, Texas, brothers and sisters, we pray that wherever you are, whenever you're watching this live on the replay, that your day is blessed, right? As always, we're here at BWE to bring you the best of the things that we need as Black people to help us get to where we need to be as a people. We're getting it on the individual level, some of us, a lot of us, many of us, but collectively is where we need to focus. We need to focus on Black wealth empowerment. So I want you to, get somewhere quiet, right? Get a pen and pad, because I'm here, the Courage Coach is here, and you're here. And that's all we need to go ahead and get this broadcast started and start peeling back the onion, pulling back the curtain of wisdom and knowledge and understanding in the areas that we discuss here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. And that's personal development, right? And money. Personal development, self-improvement, and economic empowerment. Brothers and sisters, once we have those two things together as a people, we will be able to sit ourselves in heaven at once. Once those two things come together in a collective manner, to where it can affect and move the masses of Black people, right? We just need enough mass and force and power to push the rest of us. It doesn't take all of us. It just takes enough power, enough collective energy focused in those two areas and towards one direction, and that's full and complete freedom. So brothers and sisters, come on in, sit down, be prepared to receive what we're going to bring you in just a very, very short period of time. This is the hour of power. Before you know it, it'll be over, right? And then you'll have the information you need to move throughout the rest of your life. All right. I'm not here by myself. I have co-host Sister Brandy, our membership coordinator, our dear sister. She's out doing what we promote here, what we preach here, what we practice here. She's out in her business, working her business. She's out catering, right? She's going to try to catch us a little bit later. If not, then we'll see her, God willing, next time. But I do have my brother, your brother, our brother, the Courage Coach. You know who he is, right? The faithful, the consistent, the intentional, the purposeful. Our brother, your brother, Rodney Assad Muhammad. Brother Rodney, where you at? You on those turntables, brother Rodney?
Yeah, on the ones and twos. I go old school Technique 1200s, right? That's how you do a direct drive, brother. No belts. Assalamu alaikum. Peace to everybody. Welcome to Black Wealth Empowerment, the live hangout. I'm Rodney Assad Muhammad, your Courage Coach, and you are at the right place again at the right time. Now, some of you have been riding out with us for a while, and we're at 108 broadcasts now. This is the 108th broadcast. Some of you have been with us for a lot of those broadcasts, and we appreciate you. But those of you who are just now joining us, we also appreciate you, because you've now joined us in a really emotion that's really got some good force and good movement. And so you got a chance to actually grab onto something that's already moving. It takes a lot of strength, Brother Daryl. It takes a lot of effort to actually grab onto something that's already fastly moving. And so it takes some skill as well, timing. So if you're here right now, that means Allah, God, wanted you in this right place at this time, because you were able to capture something or see something in your mind that caught your attention. You grabbed hold to it and you said, I'm going to join that broadcast. I want to be a part of that private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. I want to learn some things that can help me improve my life and my income. Well, you're in the absolute right place. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for let a friend know that you're on right now. Let somebody know. There are a lot of people that have taken advantage of Black Wealth Empowerment, and they've really gone on to do some very powerful things. And as teachers, Brother Daryl, myself, Sister Brandy, we don't want you to just sit in this classroom and stay. we do want you to go out and put this stuff to use. But here's one of the things that, this is what makes some of the more powerful Ivy League schools and other schools so amazing, Brother Daryl, is their alumni association. The alumni. See, those who have benefited from the school coming back and giving back.
Brother Rodney. All right, look like we're having a little technical difficulties on you and Brother Rodney. You're chopping up and freezing on us.
A higher life.
Yeah, look like our brother is chopping up there. So when he comes back, brothers and sisters, we'll go back to him. He'll chime right back in once his connection clears up there. But yes, brothers and sisters, oh yeah, he dropped off, so he'll come back on. And when he does, we'll go back to him. Oh, here he comes. Stand by, brothers and sisters. This is live. BWE Live. Courage Coach, go ahead. There you go. All right, back to you, brother. You broke up about Ivy League and alumni.
Oh, yes, sir. We got to see, the Alumni Association is so powerful. This is what makes these institutions just really staples in the environment, because the alumni come back and they give back. That which fed them, they actually feed back into that system. So that way those coming behind them can grow and develop to even higher heights. So brothers and sisters, we want you to go out, do some very powerful things based on what you're learning from Black Wealth Empowerment. But the only thing we ask for you, we're not asking for your money right now, but we are asking for you to give back to that which you've given to you. So come back, get on the broadcast, sow some seeds back into somebody else's life. That way those who come behind you, that join, that be a part of this, they can also benefit from the plethora of information that you've gotten a chance to be a part of. Some of you for 100, at least 90 of these 108 broadcasts. So Brother Dale, I'm going to swing it back over to you. I'm going to check the Facebook group right now, see what's going on over there, and I'll report back in a minute.
All right. Thank you, Brother Rodney. Thank you as always. Brothers and sisters, see, you have to wonder, when you see somebody on a battlefield for an extended period of time, you got to wonder, how are they doing it? How are they able to sustain so long? How is Rodney and Sister Brandy and Brother Daryl able to do that for 108 broadcasts, week after week after week? We're not getting paid, right? We're not offering you something to buy from us so we can try our best to monetize this time. This is pure service, brothers and sisters. This is pure service. So what drives us? What keeps us coming back? Right? I mean, we're just as busy as the busiest people. But we understand, like those that are busy at the top of their field, at the top of their space of discipline, they make time for what they want to do. How are we able to do this so consistently with the same energy, with the same enthusiasm for 108 broadcasts, brothers and sisters? Have you ever thought that? If you wonder that as I speak right now, you say, that is a good question, Daryl. What's the answer? The answer, brothers and sisters, is the mission and the purpose of Black Wealth Empowerment. See, if you don't have enough energy, if you don't have enough enthusiasm, if you don't have enough thrust, continuous thrust, then you got to check your purpose, check your mission. You got to check your why, right? So our mission, our purpose here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live is to raise our conscious level up. Raise it up to where it should be, right? Raise it up to where it should be for having been here 461 years here in America. Raise it up to where it should be based on our collective God-given potential. It's to raise our consciousness up, right? Into our being, self-development, and our becoming, the wealth, becoming, right? Things that we want to be coming into our life, like some wealth. Right? So brothers and sisters, that's what drives the Courage Coach, Sister Brandy and I, week after week after week, is because of the purpose and the mission of Black Wealth Empowerment Live. We have to, our consciousness has to raise. The sign of a wide awake man or woman is their level of consciousness as it pertains to all things important to life. Not just money, not just health, right? Not just relationships, right? Not just spirituality, but all things that are important to life. All things that is relative to living an optimum life. Now we might have peaks and areas that we focus on more than others, right? But it's not no big valley between these different areas that I mentioned of life. So brothers and sisters, that's why we're excited. That's why I'm excited. Coaches out there doing things during the week. I'm out there. Sister Brand, you're out there too. We want to hear from you, brothers and sisters. See, we have to practice, and this platform is structured a very specific way to get you all involved so we can break through this whatever this is. We have this problem, if you want, this challenge we have of coming naturally together. See, it's natural. Unity is natural among a group of people within a culture. So everything we ask you to do, brothers and sisters, is to help us build up the necessary muscles to break down those barriers that disallow us to come together as a people and do things collectively and constructively. So that's why we've been here 108 broadcasts, right? And we're not even talking about, well, how many more are we going to do? You know, let's go to the end of the year. No. Just long as God gives us the spirit to push and to continue, we'll be here, brothers and sisters. And that's how you should be. That's how you should treat this platform for the unique platform that it is. Very few platforms, private or public, talks about Black wealth empowerment in its content, whatever they call it, but in its content, brothers and sisters. So that's why we want you to share this stream. Share. See, when you operate from the position of abundance, right, then it's reflective in how often you share and the degree you share. When you're living in abundance, you share often and you share a lot. So let's go ahead and do it right now. Let's practice, right? Let's practice the mentality. Let's practice the possession. Let's practice the power of prosperity, if you will, right? Of abundance. Abundance. So go ahead. You see those tabs right above the video, right? If you're watching it live, you're right above a video. If you're watching it on the replay, it's somewhere below. But those who are watching live is right above. Those social media platforms. Those are different. We made it real easy for you. It's time to do the social media dance, right? You hit the Facebook like, just hit it once. Goes to our Facebook page, or you can hit it multiple times, but it's just go to our Facebook page, let Facebook know that we have a lot of likes, a lot of people like our page, like what we're doing. Then you have the Facebook share, Twitter share, Instagram share, G+ share, Pinterest share. Now here's what I want you to do. When you hit each one of them, one at a time, put hashtag BWE Hangout, join us. Hashtag all your posts, use hashtag BWE Hangout, join us. Do that right now as I speak for Facebook, Twitter, G+, Pinterest, Instagram. Go ahead and do that right now, brothers and sisters. There's no time like the present, and there's no time that God has given us but the present, right? So go ahead and do that right now. And you know, we know if you shared or not now. We know if you shared or not, brothers and sisters. We know if you shared. So go ahead and do that right now. You should have already done it. It's just hashtag BWE Hangout, join us. That's all. You can do that. So do that right now, because we're about to get this party started, brothers and sisters. We're going to talk about tonight the pillars of happiness and wealth. Happiness and wealth in that order. Not wealth and happiness. Happiness and wealth. See, brothers and sisters, you'll come to realize over time. That's why you need to stick with us. Over time, you'll realize that everything we do here is intentional and on purpose. All right, intentional and on purpose. Now, here's what we want you to do. All right, I see we got you. We got folks showing up. All right, so here's what we want you to do. You see the link below, right? livevirtualnetworking.com, right? That's the easiest way to get to our private, elusive, exclusive Facebook page. If you haven't gone there yet during this broadcast, we need for you to do it now. That's our roll call, right? That's how we know who's in class, who's present and accounted for. If you don't go there, we won't know who you are, right? And you want to get credit. You want to get acknowledgement. You want to be, acknowledge the fact that you're taking time from your life. Even if it ain't your busy schedule, it's still your life, right? And it's not that time you're not getting back. So let folks know you're here. You let them know you're here by sharing. Let us know you're here, right? Click on the link below. Go to the Facebook page. If you're members already, go ahead and put your information in. You know the information. Introduce yourself. We learned that at a young age. Your name, what city, mosque, church, synagogue, study group, whatever, affiliation, Alpha, Kappa, Delta, Sigma, right? AKA, whatever, Zetas. Let us know if you're going to be a part of something, brother. So you should be proud and shout out to the world who you're affiliated with, right? So go ahead and put that in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. If you got a business, put that in there. Put your business in there, because our private, elusive, exclusive Facebook page is a networking platform. That's why it's called Live Virtual Networking. It's a networking platform. You should network, but anything short of networking, then we're not maximizing our relationships. You do it with your friends when you're looking for a mechanic. You do it with your friends when you're looking for, a restaurant, or have you seen Get Out? Was it good? Or you even call. They don't have to call you. You'll call them, man. You need to go see Get Out. You need to go see Hidden Figures, right? So this shouldn't be any different. Same thing. Do the same thing right here. So what we want to do, brothers and sisters, we want to roll over to the Courage Coach. Coach, now you out there moving and shaking, brothers and sisters. You on a media blitz, and I don't know if you on a book tour or whatever the case may be, but you've been rocking and rolling as you do every week. So go ahead and let the members know what the Courage Coach been doing. Let us know what's been going on in your world since last week, Courage Coach.
Well, brother, there as usual, nothing, absolutely nothing. Been doing nothing, sitting around watching TV, sitting on my hands, being unproductive, nothing. Now, brothers and sisters, I hope you felt something when I did that again. I hope you should have touched something deep down in your soul, like, oh, I hate the way that sound. I don't even like the words he used, and it should have made you feel a little aggressive when I was saying that. It should have made you like, if anybody ever had a dog back in the day, and you was and you mess with the dog food while they eating, and the dog growl at you, even though that's like that, like I raised you since a puppy. What are you growling at me for? Because that's like, hey, you in that danger area, right? So, brothers and sisters, anytime people talk like that around you, you should feel something. You should feel something, and you want to get away from that kind of talk quickly. Well, Brother Joe, what's been going on, brothers and sisters? Listen, we're constantly on the move, always trying to working to create new things, put new, into reality, tangible reality, take them from the ethereal to the practical. And so we got two new projects working on in terms of books for our publishing company. Inshallah, soon to be released. We're hard to presses on that stuff. And just more recently, some of you might have got a chance to watch the broadcast today. We did, my wife and I did a broadcast on Muhammad and Friends with Brother Munir Muhammad. So we were on for the hour. Actually, he just called me yesterday. I think yesterday he called me yesterday, say, I want you all on my show. I'm like, yes, sir. And so that's what we did, and we worked it out. And we were scheduled, brother, sisters, to be on for maybe 30 minutes. He ended up doing the whole hour. He actually bumped somebody else off. Somebody very well known out there too, and he put us in that slot and let us just do the whole hour, and it was a very powerful thing. Because one of the things we want to do, brother Daryl, those of you who might know, when it comes to books, are very important. Books are very important. They capture the mind, the thinking of the writer, and the time. You can put histories in a book. And other things. And so we want to preserve the integrity of information to make sure it's factual. We as original people know the damage it does to us and our community and other people when skewed, abused, misrepresented, all these other things, totally corrupted. When that's put into the marketplace, you mess up people's minds when you give them incorrect data to work from, right? Yaqub taught them devilishment. Moses taught them some of the forgotten technology of their father. So there's a teaching, and it's not just somebody up there teaching you. Anybody ever school is books. It's always been that way. Books, something, even if it's on papyrus or carved in some stone or something, it's always something tangible that you can read and go over to learn something. And so it's very important. So that's why we were on the really the broadcast with Brother Munir, and to really let people know that it's important that we preserve our histories, our words, and also put into the marketplace, Brother Daryl, the new thinking that we want to see down the line. It's not enough to just write history in terms of what has already happened. You actually have to write history in advance and have the people walk right into that history. And so that's what the books that we are working to produce is designed to do, that people will walk into a destiny they don't even know for them. And so that's been going on. School's still going, blazing out. We only got a few more weeks left, brothers and sisters, for this college courses I'm taking. Then I got summer. So I got 6 units in summer. Then back when we get to August, Brother Daryl, I got a full load again, brother. We blazing it out. We're not stopping. We want to get this done and get some more powerful things going. And I hope to report back to you all maybe this time next year, inshallah, some new and powerful things we're going to be doing. It's brothers and sisters, stay moving, and go hard in the paint. Brother Daryl, that's just a few of it. It sounds like gloating after a while, so I'm just gonna swing it back to you. But that's it. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing nothing, man. Not enough.
All right, brother. Thank you very much for the update. Yeah, continue to do nothing, and we all should strive to do that level of nothingness, right? That level of nothingness. You know, Courage Coach, I'm sitting here listening to you, brother, and you know, and God bless me to be on this personal development, self-improvement journey for a long time, and you have been too. But it just dawned on me with all the reading that I've done over the years, you know, it just recently dawned on me and helped me, it started crystallizing in my mind, Courage Coach, you know, the value of books. And you know, we really have to teach that to our people, especially now in this technology age, right? The millennium that will soon be not baby boomers, but you know, as they get older, we call something else. But we have to understand the value of actual physical books. And it wasn't until recently, Courage Coach, and I have to be honest, that I started looking at all these black folks writing books, and I said, well, people in general, and black folks and specifically, don't read books. They say that the college graduate reads on average 1 book a year, college graduate. So you can imagine high school, 8th grade, 6th grade, how many books they read in 3 years, 5 years. So I couldn't understand it from a business standpoint, but I started to understand it more and more. And then for hearing from you talking, brother, it's really not about becoming, in many cases, for a civilization. It's not to become a bestseller. Is, as you just stated, brother, is to make sure that your history is accurately told and recorded, right? Because long as there's books out there about your history, somebody will have it, it'll pop up, right? It'll be available for the right person at the right time to find it and say, no, this is how it happened. This is how it really happened, directly from the source. So that's the power of it, brothers and sisters. That's the power of it. And to be honest, more black people need to write our own history. We do a lot of self-help books, and we do a lot of this kind of books, and speakers write books on overcoming this, that, and the other. But what about our history? See, a lot of movies are made from books, right? Hidden Colors, Hidden Figures, I think, was made from a book. But if not, my point is, if we had enough books that we write about our history, somebody will pick it up. One of us will pick it up and make a movie, right? Make a movie, brothers and sisters. So books, that's how powerful it is when you really understand it in a bigger, macro, comprehensive level. So thank you so very much, brother, for sharing that with us. And see, it's just those little nuggets, brothers and sisters. See, it's those little turns that you'll get here at Black Wealth Empowerment that you wouldn't get anywhere else. How can you say that, Daryl? How can you say it with certainty? I mean, how do you know that to be true? Because the Courage Coach, he's here. He's here. He's not anywhere else sharing with you his unique experience on being on Muhammad and Friends show. So you're not going to hear that anywhere else from Brother Rodney. You heard it here first. Brothers and sisters, it's time to share it. It's almost at the bottom of the hour. It's time for you to share. It's time for you to do, your part. See, everybody has a function in society. Everybody has something they're doing or should be doing. And when you don't have anything you're doing, then that's when you become a nuisance to a producing productive society. And unfortunately, this society has ways of dealing with its nuisance. So, brothers and sisters, go ahead and share the stream. Hit those tabs again. You see them right up there. Do the social media dance, right? It's time to do it. To hit those tabs. First one's a like. Hit it again. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, G+, hashtag BW Hangout. We are live. Hashtag BWE Hangout. We are live. Brothers and sisters, go ahead and do that right now. Right? Tonight we're talking about the pillars of happiness and wealth. See, that's something that you have to do for yourself. Right? That's something you have to do. I can't do it. Courage Coach can't do it. Your mom can't do it as much as she loves you. Your dad as much as he loves you. Whoever else as much as they love you. That's something you have to do. You have to do for yourself. So we have to get in the habit as Black people here in America coming out of slavery. We have to just have the mindset of doing everything for ourselves. We have to get in that habit, brothers and sisters. It doesn't matter if you're on social media. It doesn't matter if you're at work. It doesn't matter if you're in your business. It doesn't matter. We have to take on the mindset that is required for us to be free. And that's just a way of life. See, it's just a way of life that we have to practice. All right. This past, what was that? Friday I had the opportunity. Yeah, this past Friday before last, I had the opportunity to meet one of the giants, Dr. George Fraser. This past Friday, Courage Coach had the opportunity to go to Damon John's Success Academy, I think it's called. Damon John has a program that his program is traveling around the country, right? Trying to show you how to be an entrepreneur, trying to show you how to make some money, trying to show you how to use the modern technology and social media and Amazon and to do something for yourself. Because let me just say something, brothers. Those that know that you and I and us better start doing something for ourselves. If not, we're going to be in serious trouble. If we don't start doing more for ourselves than what we're doing right now, we're soon going to lose what it is that we're trying to, hold on to because we don't want to take a chance. All right, brothers and sisters, that's what they're doing. And that's not doomsday like the minister tweeted, right? They say, Minister Farrakhan, you always teaching doomsday. He said, my job not to give you love notes. My job is to give you a warning. All right. And Black people, if there's anything we need, Courage Coach, you know this to be true. We need two things. We need the warning, and then we need the guidance to avoid to avoid the destruction of that warning for those that don't heed. That's what Black Wealth Empowerment is all about, brothers and sisters. You're not gonna get a message like this unique. Right? So share it with your friends. Share it right now again because it's the bottom of the hour. We're about to talk about the pillars of happiness and wealth. Everybody wants to be happy. All of God's creatures want to be happy. Right? And all of us want to be wealthy. Wealthy, the definition, if you look at the etymology of the word, if you parse the word, if you look up the word, wealthy means wellness of life, right? That's what the origin of the word means. And it's hard to have wealth or wellness if you're not happy. Why? Because your mind will produce the chemicals that will keep your body and your life from being what it should be, and that's happy, peaceful, right? God has created our minds, brothers and sisters, that we have to learn how to use all over again. Whereas no matter what happens in our lives, He has given us what we need in our mental capacity to absorb the shock of trauma of life and still be happy. We just have to learn how to do that all over again. And we have a brother that's here, our brother. He doesn't have to come out of the Ivy League schools. He doesn't have to be taught by, some highfalutin, high profile, academician. No, no, our brother went out there and got it the way most of us have to get it. He got it the way, others have gotten it, that we look at in high esteem. He went out there and he worked for it. He went out there in pursuit of it. He went out there and knowing that what can be, and he can have it. So he's here tonight, brothers and sisters, right? He's committed his life for the past, I don't know, coach, 20, 30 years to help himself and help others to understand what it takes to be happy, right? Happiness is not a destination. Happiness is a journey, right? In the journey, if you find happiness in the journey, you found happiness. A lot of us think it's a destination, but it's a journey. Life's a journey. You and I want to be happy during our life. And if life's a journey, then we need to learn how to be happy in that journey. And then happiness will be a journey, right? All right, Courage Coach, that's your setup. I teed you up, brother. I set the sail for you. Let's turn it over now to our Courage Coach, Rodney Assad Muhammad. Take it away, brother.
Yes, sir. Again, brothers and sisters, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Rodney Assad Muhammad, your Courage Coach. Thank you for the alley-oop, Brother Daryl. It's perfect setup, perfect timing. Brothers and sisters, Brother Daryl just really gave y'all some great tools, I could actually not say nothing right now, and that would have been it. That would have been a powerful point. I might just talk about money right now. But Brother Daryl was giving y'all some great tips and strategies on that. And one thing, I'll tell you this, happiness is not something outside of ourselves. It's actually something inside. It's an internal state of being. It's a relative thing. Most people, you hear people say that happiness is relative, and that really is true. It's really relative to the individual. What makes one person, quote, happy or brings them happiness might not bring happiness to another person doing the exact same thing or receiving the exact same thing. I met somebody, and this is one of those things where I really don't like the way this sounds when people say it, but people say it. I heard somebody say, well, if I just had, $1 million, I'd be happy. I'm like, okay, if that's your number, that's your number. I can't say that's not your number. Me, I need to be in the billions area, at least the billions, the billions, because then I can really help some people. We can really get some things done when you got billions. But $1 million, for me, that's like the selfish move right there. That's the selfish move. Like, look, I got a fancy house. Oh, look at my car. I'm better than the rest of the slaves. Look at me. That's what $1 million to do for you. But $1 billion? I'm buying up states and farmland and building industry and doing international trade and commerce with other countries and things like that. So it depends on what your number is. So happiness is really relative. It's relative to the individual. So what makes you happy, what brings you joy, might not bring another person joy. But here's the thing, other people think of it. It's not about how they perceive your happiness or how they feel about what makes you happy. There are people right now who some people would consider homeless or call homeless who are happy. He said, well, how can they be happy? They outside, they living out, blah, 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 blah. Just because they don't want a mortgage and trying to struggle to pay the rent, and they ain't worried about HOA fees and is my lawn cut properly? And them people that told you got to paint your house. You ain't even got an option. They said, you better paint your house or we going to fine you. And every day after that, you don't paint your house, more checks is going to be coming our way until you do what we say. Some people, I mean, there are people who don't got to truck their children all across the city to take them to school, to pick them up, and the teacher ain't did right. And how come he not learn? You fussing with the administration and all kind of stuff. Happy. So you can't tell somebody else that their happy is not the happy, because the happy is a personal happy thing. Brother Daryl, I did want to do everybody who's watching us right now is pillar. Brother Daryl used the word pillar, right? He says the pillars to happiness and wealth. And you got to understand what a pillar is. That's one of the things I think, getting to understand what is a pillar. What is a pillar, right? Now, a pillar, if you've seen them in front of these big estate homes, these big giant columns, well, some of those are just ornamental. Some are just ornamental. So you got to be careful that you're not dealing with the ornamental. Pillar actually provides support for something. It provides support for something, usually support for a building, a roof. These are pillars. You've heard the statement, a pillar of the community. These are people who support the community. They hold things together, hold things up. She was the pillar of our family. That's when you talk about grandmama and them, They were a pillar of the family. They were that column, that strong, sturdy figure that held it all up or held it together. Well, brothers and sisters, if there's a pillar, what is it? What's that strong, foundational, unmovable object that stands upright, firm, and resolute, that can be a support to our happiness? Well, the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, I'll just tell you right now, the Honorable Louis Farrakhan said Allah is the true center. That's everything. That make Allah center of everything. Allah, the supreme Allah. Not me, Allah. The supreme Allah must be the center. But I'm not talking about the individual in and of themselves. Master Father Muhammad, or if you're in church, you say Jesus. I'm not talking about the individual as the personality. What I'm talking about, the attributes, the work, the force and power of the individual. That's where the pillar is. That's the center. See, there are 99 attributes of Allah that we know of. 99 attributes. And if you go over, brothers and sisters, whether you're in church, you go to synagogue, it doesn't matter. Just don't get caught up in that. That'll get you off on some stuff you don't even. Just focus on the truth. Go and look at those 99 attributes. You'll see that, oh man, sometimes I am a little beneficent. Sometimes I do show mercy. Sometimes I'm wrathful or vengeful. Sometimes it's all inside of us, but we gotta know how to channel this. There are pillars. Now we talk about pillars. Well, watch this. I want to read something to you all from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan as it relates to this. The minister said, each time we pray and draw the incredible feeling of happiness and satisfaction that comes from prayer. Do you hear that? Happiness and satisfaction comes from centering ourselves and focusing on our pillar. Center, the Allah is the true center. When you can focus on Allah, see, all your other cares fade away. When we focus on the true center of our very existence, all the other things, the bills, that stuff just disappears. My mama used to say, I'm casting my cares unto the Lord. See, brothers and sisters, there's so much power in that. See, so if you're in the mosque and I went to church and all to see that, you got to stop that. To understand the principles. You got to know how to cast your cares onto. See, I don't know about you, Brother Daryl, if you ever went to church or not. You probably never even went to church in your life. You've been deprived as a person and a young man, black in the community. But if you ever went to church, brother, altar call, you bring it to the altar and you leave it up there. And that way, when you give it to God, and you walk away and you don't bring it up, you don't go back and get it. You don't say, well, I remember when I had. No. You leave it there. See, we want to find that center place in our lives, a pillar for ourselves. So that way it can support most people. It's not true happiness, Brother Daryl. It's not true happiness. You have fleeting moments of some joy, something you liked. That was cool. I enjoyed that. And that's fine. But that's not true happiness. Watch this. Let me read something. This is Don Below Farrakhan. This is a self-improvement study guide. About nobody else. He say Islamic improvement. He ain't say Jehovah Witness improvement. Or you got to be black in America improvement. No, self-improvement, community development. Here's what the minister said. I ain't even got to talk a whole bunch. This is what the minister said. The minister says this, quote, happiness comes when a person understands their purpose for existence, and then they, watch this now, transition, and then they fulfill that purpose. And when one fulfills his or her purpose in life, the soul is satisfied. That soul has unspeakable joy, unquote. So happiness comes from when a person understands their purpose for existence, and then they fulfill that purpose. See, it's not enough just know your purpose. You got to be in the actual active movement, motion towards fulfilling your purpose in life. I got to do it. You got to do it. Brother Daryl's got to do it. If not, brothers, sisters, we'll have some fleeting moments of joy here and there. To really experience true and lasting and real happiness, we got to, one, make sure our pillar is sound and the right pillar. I'm not talking mom and them, not your husband, not your wife, not your children, none of them people, girlfriend, boyfriend, none of them. That's not your pillar. Allah, the supreme being, is the pillar, the true center that holds you up, that keeps your roof on. And then after that, brothers and sisters, through prayer, we can actually try to get in touch with the Allah of self to say, what am I born to do? And when that's revealed to you, brothers and sisters, and you start moving on that, nothing else matters. The bills won't matter. The this won't matter. This thing won't, that stuff won't matter. You'll be in such joy. You don't handle your responsibilities, no. But they won't weigh you down to where you now fall out of happiness because a life moment shows up. You just say, all praise is due to Allah. This is another thing designed to help me move closer to the goal of fulfilling my purpose in life. Brothers and sisters, the true center is Allah. And then find out what it is you and I were born for and get to work in fulfilling. I am Rodney Assad Muhammad, your coach, courage coach. Remember, no matter what else you do in life, you must always remember to cultivate the courage to roar. Peace.
All right, brothers and sisters. Thank you so very much, Brother Rodney. Appreciate that powerful message, brothers and sisters. I mean, where else can you get that compact information like that in such a short period of time, brothers and sisters? Hopefully you took notes. If not, that's okay. Watch the replay, right? Share this stream right now, brothers and sisters. Hit those tabs right now and share the stream. Get this out to your friends. Get this out to your friends, brothers and sisters. What you heard is something that's cornerstone, that's monumental, that's powerful, brothers and sisters. See, we know what we need to do. We just need to be reminded, right? We need to be recalibrated. And he gave it to you right there, but he gave it to you right there. That's the pursuit of happiness. That is it, right? That's it. And you know, God operates in duality, brothers and sisters. You look throughout his universe, throughout his creatures and nature, there's duality. There's hot, cold, there's up and down, there's good and evil, right? Right? And they're the spiritual world and material world. There's you praying and asking God to help you to find your purpose, which is a spiritual, right? It's a spiritual relationship. It's a spiritual participation, right? But then you have the other side, the duality of reality, the duality of life, which deals with living in this material world. See, and part of living your potential, God never said you live your potential, and that's absence of living in abundance materially. He never said that, right? Somebody else said that. Somebody else promoted that. As Coach said, they put it in books, right? And people read it, hear it, regurgitate it, and share it. And it becomes a domino effect. Everybody start repeating the same misinformation. So he doesn't want us to be poor, brothers and sisters. A God that has everything and promised it all to those that would submit, he doesn't want us to be broke. He doesn't want us to be poor, right? And he promised us everything if we do it his way. So we're talking about tonight the pillars of happiness and wealth. See, the pursuit of happiness have to be first, brothers and sisters, because as I asked myself years ago, Courage Coach, I said, Daryl, what happened if God's will, Allah's will, is not for you to be as rich as you want to be? You might not even be rich at all, at all. Will you still be happy? Or at some point when you get 75 years of old and you're not and I haven't made any progress, fold my arms, say, you know, man, this is a bunch of BS. Right? Lord, I done served you and sacrificed. You know, you know how I wanted. I was gonna help a whole lot of people. Oh, were you? Maybe you weren't. Am I gonna be happy anyway? Right? That's why we have to pursue happiness first. And the Courage Coach told you where the happiness is found and is there waiting for each one of us. The pillars of happiness and wealth. Let's talk about the pillars of wealth real quick, brothers and sisters, because that's not going to happen just automatically. You can fast, you can pray, you can give charitably as far as donating your time and your old clothes and all that stuff. But if you turn your back on the material world, it will get your attention in the worst way, right? So let's focus on it, right? Let's focus on and understand that Allah is a holistic Allah. He's not Allah that has this little area right here slivered out, right? Cut out that has money and finance on it and is just void and vacant. He just don't deal with that part. I'll leave that up for the wicked, right? That's not the case. That's misteaching, and proper teaching has to replace misteaching. So let's talk about real quick the next 10 minutes the pillars of wealth. For us as Black people, and most people in particular, but this is Black Wealth Empowerment Live. This is not All Wealth Empowerment Live, right? This is not All American Wealth Empowerment Live. This is not All Lives Matter. This is Black Wealth Empowerment. So particularly for us, brothers and sisters, what are the starting pillars? What are the starting points? See, what happens so often, my experience, Courage Coach, is we as Black people here in America, we have a big deficit, right? We have a big deficit that we have to come from. But we don't want to make up the deficit. We just want to come in, right, at a level higher than our deficit. And what happens is that's short-lived, right? What happens is we haven't made up that deficit. So there's a void. And that floor collapse once we build on top of that deficit, that void. It collapses, brothers and sisters. So we have to now take full responsibility of our finances, take full responsibility of wealth. I told you last Friday I went to an event where Damon John of Shark Tank put together this program, and his people are traveling around the world, around America, I should say, charging $19.97 for one of their programs and then $19.97 for the real estate program. But he's trying to get all those who will listen to try to give them a heads up, wink, wink, that you need to be doing something for yourself. You need to be building wealth. See, so what we do here at Black Wealth Empowerment is the coach goes out, gets stuff, bring it, right? And say, here you go, eat. I get stuff, bring it here, eat. But you got to eat. We put it in our mouth and swallow it. It's not going to digest in your stomach. So here are they real quick, brothers. See, here they are real quick. As Black people, here's what we have to do. Now it's time for us to watch our money. Watch our money. Keep your eye on your money. We have to start doing a better job at managing our money. We have to do a better job as being servants of that which God has given us. See, in truth, brothers and sisters, I'm kind of not so much torn, but we talk about Black folks build wealth, get more money, build wealth. We really have enough. Black people have a 1.3 trillion with a T, trillion dollar purchasing power. So we're really not poor. That would make us, Dr. George Fraser said, that would make us the 16th largest country in the world. So God doesn't need to give us more money. We just need to be better servants, better managers of our money. So starting where we are as a people, I don't know about anybody else, starting where we are as a people, we need to do a much, much better job of watching our money. Where does your money go? What is your money spent on? How much bang for your dollar are you getting? Right? That goes into a whole lot of stuff. But see, we have to capsulize it into pillars, right? And though each pillar has mass, each pillar has substance. So you might just see Allah and pray, right? But there's mass in each. There's mass in prayer and mass in Allah making him your center. It's not just recognizing it, right? It's like he said, the action then has to be put into it. So number one, we have to do a better, all of us have to do a better job of first watching your money. Take charge of this post and all temple property in view. Take charge of your money. That means take responsibility. Take charge of it. Manage it. Where is it going? What is it doing? Who's getting it? Why are they getting it? How much am I paying for this financial relationship? Pillar number one. Pillar number two, we have to start looking at other options for income. But Daryl, you just finished say we have enough. We do. We have enough to redirect it. So now we can start taking what we already have and spend to empower ourselves. Right? But remember I said duality? A lot of things are twofold. That's the first part. And once you do that, then we become more financially responsible. So now we've earned the right? We've earned the right and the capacity now to get more because now we know what to do with it because I learned what to do with what I had. I became a better steward of what I have. That's what the Bible says, right? Be a good steward over little, I'll make you steward over much. So the much is the going out and finding more options for income. More option for income. This is what they call looking for opportunities, looking for more opportunity. We're talking about the pillars of wealth for Black people. Look for more options for income. Look for more option income. Look for opportunities. The only way we can have wealth, be wealthy, is we have to look for opportunities from within by managing your money and from without by looking for opportunities for income. We have to look for ways to maximize our income potential, they call it, right? Coach talked about your purpose, to maximize your income potential. What's the maximum I can make based on what I have to bring to the marketplace? Education, skill set, etc., etc., etc. Right? What can I do with my time to leverage it to get more? What other opportunities are out there? Pillar number two. Pillar number three is now once we start finding those ways, start better management, find other opportunities, take advantage of those other opportunities. Then we can start now taking that money, not increasing our lifestyle. See, let me just tell you real quick, brothers and sisters, the biggest mistake that people make, and the reason why most people don't have the wealth that they should have, it has nothing to do with income. A lot of times when their income increases, their lifestyle increases. But if you want to build wealth, you increase your lifestyle. You increase your income, you keep your lifestyle the same. All right, maybe bump it up a little bit, right? But you take the extra income and you save it, pillar number three, you save it for investing. You save it for investing. Well, Daryl, what about emergencies? Okay, we'll save some for emergency and some for investing. Now you need even more money. Save some money for investing, brothers and sisters, right? And while you're saving for investing, right? Because it's going to take some time. It's kind of hard to build wealth as they teach people $50 a month in a mutual fund. You got to do that for 50 years. If you don't have 50 years, bump, that strategy not going to work for you. If you only got 20 years left, you need to be something that's much more aggressive than $50 a month. And that's the reality for 99.9% of the people. They're behind on what they need to live a respectful life, let alone build wealth after they stop working, whatever age. That's why more people now are working till they die, right? Because they increase their lifestyle when they increase the income. Pillar number 3, save for investing. While you're saving now, go out and look for opportunities. As you'll look, you'll learn. As you look, you identify. As you look, your mind will expand even further on the possibilities of you building wealth in the time frame that you have left. See, things are shared with you on a need-to-know basis. If you're not in pursuit, traveling down the road, you don't need to know what's going on down the road. You don't need that announcement. You don't need to know that. You don't need to know. What you need to know for? Just to know? But as you travel down this road, it expands. Step number 3, you're looking for investment opportunities, and then you identify one that you like, right? That kind of fits your risk tolerance and all that other kind of stuff. Then you'll know, okay, I need $10,000 for that investment. I need $20,000 for that investment. I need $50,000 for that investment. What happens so often, many times, brothers and sisters, that we make decisions based on the money we have, right? So our money dictates the decisions we make. Excuse me, instead of deciding what you want and then growing your money to fit that. See, the coach said it earlier, when you start living in your purpose, identifying your purpose, right? You start that journey of discovery, and as you discover what it is, as you progress down that road, you got to grow into it. It's about growth, brother. So the wealth is about growing. It's about growth. It's about expansion in the area of money. That's all. But that's a universal life principle. And when you violate it, you die in whatever area of life you violate it in. So number 3 is save for investment. And then, of course, number 4 is, 4 is the numbers of foundation. 4 is time to get busy. That's where the rubber meets the road. Now you've identified step number 3. Save for investment. While you're saving, you're identifying opportunities. You see what opportunity you want to get involved with because it will meet your objective within a reasonable amount of time. You know how much money it will take. You raise that money. I mean, you save that money. You work and save that money. Step number 4 is time to invest. It's time to pull the trigger. It's time to pull the trigger, brothers and sisters. And investing is the building. You heard of building wealth? What does that mean? That means you're investing in something, an investment in a vehicle that over time will build brick by brick by brick by brick, build a wall of security. And that's all wealth is a financial wall of security. So no matter what happens in your life financially, hopefully your wall is there and your wall is strong enough to sustain, right, that life circumstance. Right? And that'll contribute to your happiness. It'll contribute to your happiness. It won't make you happy. It will contribute to your happiness, brothers and sisters. But so you should share this stream. You should share this broadcast all the time. See, because we don't know where each other are at. We don't know what information, message from the Courage Coach or anybody else that comes on here. We don't know how that would strike them and cause a breakthrough. It might not have the same effect on you, but somebody else, that might be the breakthrough they need to set them free, brothers and sisters. See, you want to do that because then those type of people are to be the people that you would need to connect with to build wealth. Wealth is not built in a vacuum. It is not built on what you can do alone. That's why in most cases, you bring the money to the opportunity and let everybody else do the rest. All right, brothers and sisters, we appreciate you. We know you got something out of it if you watched it attentively, if you open your heart up and you received what the Courage Coach shared with you, and then what I shared with you. If you took notes, right, and you go back and deposit those notes into your spirit, into your soul, you just watch how things start to grow. You just watch. Come back and let more information water you. More information water that seed. More information water that seed. Brothers and sisters, it's been a privilege and a pleasure to be here with you once again to deliver you a message for only us so we can be black, wealthy, and empowered. So let me swing it over to Courage Coach for some final words. But says we get out of here.
Wow.
All the steps end in taking action. That is the final step.
That's right. That's right. You got to get moving, brothers and sisters. Got to get moving. Move like your life depends on it, because as I said before, it does. Do you want to end up dead, broken, dead? Not that it matters once you're dead, but I mean, don't be so darn blessed. It's selfish. I mean, some people like, well, I can't take it with you. See, that's broke people talk like that. You can't take it with you. Reason to stay broke. He said, but your family could use it. Some charitable organization that you care about, they could use it. So don't be so focused on you to where you think that, oh, I don't want to build no wealth because I'm cool. I don't need to do all that, blah, 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 whatever that broke talk is. Do it because you love somebody else then. It's your time. It's our time. You go after it. You got to go hard in the paint. Reckless abandonment is what I'm calling for. It's that time. See, back in the day, I say this, brother Daryl. Back in the day, remember when the pastor would do a sermon and it was a fire and brimstone? You felt like, ooh, I'm gonna get right. I'm getting saved today. I'm getting saved today. Yeah. Come on, brothers and sisters. You want to have that same kind of feeling like if I don't move out on my life and change what I've been doing, going after this a different way, get me. I'm going to hell. I mean, put that in there. Do something to make this gonna motivate you to get up off our rusty dusties and do something for ourselves. Brother Daryl just gave us some to get it done. And I'm telling you, if you just write those down, I'm do step one. I'm doing step one today. Or I'll work on this all week. I'm working on step one. Two. I don't care. Fine. A few weeks later, I want you to report back, say, brother, it took me X amount of weeks to do each step, but here I am, and praise be to Allah. I went from A all the way to Z, but I went from A to B, and that's an incremental step, and that's all you need is several more incremental steps, and you'll end up at the Z destination. Brothers and sisters, thank you for joining us. You better listen. Brother Daryl gave us some powerful keys. You got me. I got to implement some stuff now, Brother Daryl. I got to switch some stuff up tonight. And so thank you so much, Brother Daryl. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for joining us on this broadcast, and we pray that we see you next Sunday. I'm going to swing it back over to Brother Daryl so we can close you out. Thank you so much. Peace.
All right. Thank you, Brother Rodney. As always, thank you for being here and sharing, as you always do, brother, from your heart and from your purpose. Thank you so very much. Brothers and sisters, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Always share this stream. You can share it after the broadcast. I'm gonna share a secret with you that I shared with the listeners last week. That email, that confirmation email that you got from me that got you here, why don't you just send that out to your friends? When you forward it, you can put a little note above and say, see below. There's a lot. If you want to share, brothers, so there's not a shortage of ways to share. And all of them have been made easy for you. So share. Let that be one of the many actions that you take from this broadcast. Share this stream, brothers and sisters. If you put enough good out there, the good that you want will come to you. And if you put enough out there, it will come to you in abundance. That is the principle of wealth. You reap what you sow. We hear it in that fire and brimstone message all the time, brother Courage Coach. But it's true when it comes to good things. It's absolutely true. It's a principle. It's not a bad principle, a good principle, fire and brimstone principle. It's a principle for you to use it for your benefit, for our benefit. But so thanks for being here. Broadcast 108. Come back to the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group throughout the week. Share some stuff, right? You have something that shows up on your news feed that's financial related as far as empowering us as a people, hit the share button and send it over to us. Come back throughout the week. You're going to miss some goodies. Coach popped on live. Sister Brandy pop on live. Did you know that you can come pop on live within groups that you're members of? You don't even have to be the administrator. You can just go live in Black Wealth Empowerment's private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. You can go live. Come on, brothers and sisters. Now is the time. Hurry up before time runs out. As we say every week, we'll see you at the top, not from the top, because you, your family, but most importantly, our Black community deserves your very best. Brothers and sisters, thank you for being here. May God bless you for the rest of the week until we see you again. Take care. God bless.